Action News, AccuWeather Alert.
Hello, I'm Mark Howard. Welcome back to winter. Snow is continuing to fall around the Delaware Valley, along with a mixture of rain and sleet, depending where you are. Here is a Sky 6 picture live at the Schuylkill Expressway. This roadway is largely wet, but traffic, as you can see, is backed up. You're watching traffic coming out of Center City, and it is slow. Let's switch now to Sky 6 down by the airport. That's I-95. Visibility bad, but as you can see, traffic is moving fairly well down there. Again, toward the south, mostly water. Let's go outside right now to Dave Roberts for the latest.
Well, the wintry reminder is going to just stay with us, Mark. Action Radar, I'll show you the system that produced this. There you can see over the past several hours, it's a quick-moving system, and we want to get it out of here as quickly as possible. We'll break that down for you now from Action Radar, and you'll see the mix, and you'll also see that we're right on the line here in the greater Philadelphia area. You see that line extending just to the south of Philadelphia, where down on to Wilmington, Atlantic City, there is the mix in between, and all rain to the south. The call from AccuWeather, a messy mix, wet snow, rain, and sleet until 7 p.m., and then from 7 p.m. to midnight, showers and drizzle, the overnight low 33 degrees. So the rain and the mix should be out of here by about 7 o'clock. Rain hangs on. That's the latest, Mark.
Okay, Dave, updates through the hour, the full story, and Action News at 5.
Organized.
Make trips easy with the new Easy Cart from the family of Samsonite brands. Samsonite, Lark, and American Tourister. Buy an Easy Cart and get 50% off the purchase price of selected companion pieces.
An advanced weather forecasting center. Over 60 meteorologists monitoring, tracking, and anticipating weather changes. A comprehensive forecasting environment dedicated to keeping you informed and keeping you prepared. The Weather Channel Advanced Weather Center, coming soon.
All right, winter coming soon to a theater near you. If you're in Providence or Boston or the Cape area, should be pretty good next couple of days. Skiing looks pretty good back east, and we've endured quite a spell, but I think we're back in wintertime for a day at least. Look at that, 55 trails now open around Stratton, 20 trails at Seven Springs. The west, well, what can you say? Jackson Hole, you keep winning the old bounty there, and the snow continues to be very, very thick in the Sierra. Snow is going to fall in the northeast. That's the good news, and it should linger into early Tuesday.
This WeatherScope is sponsored by Buick, the new symbol for quality in America.
This is WeatherScope.
Winter returns to the northeast while severe thunderstorms threaten parts of the south again today. Good afternoon, I'm Mike Bono. We'll talk more about the severe weather potential in a minute, but first we go to Declan Cannon in the Forecast Center for a closer look at the northeast and why the current weather conditions could make for a very messy rush hour.
That's right, Mike. Again, moderate to heavy snow pushing out onto the island now. In fact, as you look at our satellite view, you can see there's a large area covered by cloud cover in the northeast. The upper storm, we've been tracking it carefully, and over the last 4 or 5 hours, it has generally tracked from extreme southwest, West Virginia, to a position up in the northeast part of the state. So we suspect if the pattern holds consistent here, this upper system will slide right across the Mason-Dixon and work its way up towards Philadelphia, probably in about another 4 to 5 hours. And we do have plenty of moderate to heavy snow, occasionally some sleet mixing in on the island. The setup currently, there is a high pressure north of us in Canada supplying cold and very importantly, some very dry air. We had that dry air move in behind those 2 cold fronts in the past 24 hours. And now the surface low is sitting down here in northeast Tennessee. Now remember, we talked about the upper low. It's already bypassed the surface low, and you'll get that sometimes in the atmosphere. The upper system will move so fast it'll just bypass that surface low. What we're looking for is to see whether or not we actually get a second area of low pressure forming off the North Carolina, Virginia coast, and then as that system forms and tracks to the east-northeast, that would be the system that would then at least theoretically take over. Either way, with or without the secondary, since our front is so far to the south of the city and Long Island, and we have enough cold air, cold dry air continually feeding into the northern edge of the precipitation area, then we do expect the snow to continue heavy at times. And as you look at the radar, you can see the snow has made its way up into south coastal Connecticut. By the way, there is a winter storm warning in effect for southern Rhode Island, south coastal Massachusetts, Cape Cod, and the islands for tonight and early Tuesday. Now you can see that snow overspreading the island. Heavy snow reported now at Central Park. We started out with some pretty warm ground, so we did get the period of melting to start us off, but temperatures are actually starting to drop a degree or 2 as you head up into northwestern Jersey, and that cold air should continue to supply itself southwestbound towards the center of the precipitation. There was a brief break in the precipitation there in central Pennsylvania, but it's starting to fill back in as the upper center, which is in northeast West Virginia, continues to make its way towards the north central part of Maryland. And also you can see some of that yellow showing up as we zoom in across Baltimore, heading north, and we did have some reports of some slippery roads already up along the Mason-Dixon. So if you're leaving Baltimore, heading up to, let's say, York or Harrisburg, weather conditions will deteriorate. Also, as we talked about, the snow stretching back from the island, heading into central New Jersey. Now, as we head to the south, it's a cold rain from basically Baltimore south, but it's not out of the question that the cold air will continue to funnel a little bit farther south and west as the upper storm moves overhead. So we could actually see a changeover a little bit farther south, south of Baltimore, perhaps down towards BWI in the next couple of hours. And we're going to be keeping a close eye on the situation farther south as far as developing thunderstorms in the Carolinas.